This is Close Combat Gateway to Caen. You're watching episode 25 of the Allied campaign. Take a moment to support the channel by clicking the subscribe button, liking the video, and turning on notifications. It's now 1400 and we have a new battle group from 43rd Division coming in. They are going to move south into the orchards. Point 100 is going to move down south. Everybody's just kind of moving up, except for the guys all the way at the front line. I am going to have 11th AD advance one more spot to the south, but until we deal with this Panzer battle group that's surrounded, I don't want to move really anybody away from them. I want to keep them surrounded so that they don't just have free reign in the middle of the map. Since these boys in 15th Division are a little underpowered, I gave them the artillery and airstrike, and then everybody else is just going to be left to fend for themselves. But I think we're ready to start pushing on the east down here. Let's see. Everybody's moving. Oh, they did move. Okay, so they came back towards the southeast. And then we have a new 12th SS unit to fight at Le Valtreux. So we'll have to check that out. Up first is going to be Tourville. We've got 29th Brigade, 11th AD, taking on Panzer Grenadier Regiment 26th, 12th SS Panzer. All right, so House Platoon did not do very well. So they've been replaced with Justified Platoon in second. We still have Hank Med rounding out Royal Pains Platoon, and then we still have some Chuck supporting cast. The enemy has one platoon of Panzer Grenadier, two additional Panzer Grenadier, an MG42, a Panzer Jaeger, and a medium AT Pack 40. We've got the south covered. I still have all my mortars over on the west side. Then I have a little bit of infantry scattered around because they keep getting artillery barraged right in the middle of town. I do have Boyd Crowder with our Piat. They're just kind of sitting there in the center waiting to see if anybody comes that way, but they're kind of just the tripwire to clue us in if anybody shows up. Off to the northwest, I have Hank and Evan in two of our tanks. Then I've got a third tank with Jill, dead center in the middle of town. And then Divya and Boris are holding up the east side. We'll see if this works out a little bit better, but if they do call in artillery, theoretically, they won't be able to get as many units as they typically do. All right. Let's move up here. Contact over here. They're running for the building. All right, let's mortar that spot. Get these guys all set. And I wonder if we go ahead and bring Jill down here now. And then let's just keep our ears peeled for artillery. We are throwing grenades, engaging guys in this two-story building to the south of the triangle. Boyd Crowder, you know, if you know the series, he's kind of the explosives guy, so we'll just let him do his thing. Get the tank up there to support. Alright, defend there. We can't quite see these guys. The corner of the building's in the way. Can we move up there? Mortars falling. Contacts close. You know what? Let's wait for that first mortar barrage to drop before we engage them. Let it finish up. Try and get these tanks on them, though. Alright, fire mission's complete. Drop there. Got a guy running across the road. Apparently that little bit of overhang of the roof is blocking him. There we go. He's got to be there. Okay. Engage! Engage! Alright, Art Mullen, you can actually pull back just a little bit. That machine gun's going to shred you. We do have our first surrenderee from a Panzer Grenadier. Oh! They actually got Boyd really quick, so I don't know what they did that got him, but they got the crew. So, let's move our tank down here. I think he held them off long enough, though. Okay, let's crawl up here and peek into the field. We know that they're in there. We're getting good hits over here. Lots of dead bodies. Okay, Winona Hawkins was manning the light mortar, so two shots is all they get. All of our medium mortars should still be okay, though. All right, let's move Tim to the east. We'll just start putting pressure over there. Nice. Okay. I want to get Uncle Johnny in that 2-story, but we might have to just keep crawling west. Alright, Art Mullen can move up. We got one guy on the road there.
Redeployed.
Uh-oh. Who's Uncle Johnny being shot at? From here? Oh, right here somewhere. We don't... We could drop more mortars there. We don't have anything else that can really hit that spot right this minute. Yeah, they're still there. Is it just one team, though? I hate to use all of our mortars on, like, one guy. Can Boris come down and get some support in there? We'll bring Divya around. Alright, mortars. I think we just send it. And then Winona, you can move up and watch and make sure that they don't advance on us. We got 2 teams there. More guys scattering from east to west. Let's see if we can do any damage right here.
Redeployed.
Alright. Art Mullen. There's not a lot of good angles, so maybe we go west and then down here. Just try and get across the open real quick.
Team position.
We got a lot of guys running towards us.
Requesting covering fire.
Hank can't see. The trees are in the way. A little bit right there, maybe? Nope, can't see target. Alright, we'll drop mortars on that. Let's crawl down there and get away from where we're being shot from. It's kind of fitting that Uncle Johnny got cut down. Divya, crawl up here. I'm not sure if we're going to find contacts in this building still. They were definitely there at one point. That might be one of them. Getting very close to you, Jill. Back it up. Oh, they're throwing grenades at Jill. Hightail it out of there. Wait, maybe not. Okay, they surrendered. Let's get over here, I guess. Like right there, down here where we can see over the wall. Alright, keep moving Tim to the east. That MG42 has not been silenced yet, so we're going to drop mortars on that. I know everybody's getting very low. Anybody that's got mortars, just... Oh! I don't know. Hold up. Let's mark this. I forgot that they have an AT gun. That's a way bigger threat than the machine gun. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Rachel Brooks is getting hit. Let's get Rachel pulled back. Tim's still too far out to be able to help. Come on, get out of there. We'll just let the smoke mark that because we're not going to have many shots. And we're going to need everybody to actually hit their target. Alright, keep moving the tank up. We know that they're still on that northwest corner. We totally got kills with just the smoke grenades. I love it. That's like my favorite way to get them. That's great. Okay. We'll deal with this northwest corner situation if they come out of there. And then we have this marked. We're going to wait for the smoke to clear, I think. Because otherwise We're not exactly sure if we're getting it in the right spot. Hopefully line of sight will help as well. Alright, you guys move back to the east, move up to the north, and we're going to try and get into that building. The direct approach is not going to work. I think Tim Gutterson, you're going to keep moving east. Same plan. We got that one surrenderee. Just keep putting pressure on them from the west side. Divya, I don't know, pick a new spot. And Jill, maybe put some rounds in this side just to make sure it's clear. Art Mullen, hustle across the street to that building. Come on, can we get these guys? I think that might have been a hit. Yeah, it was. It was a hit. Awesome shot. Okay. Evan's actually in a decent spot. We might have to bring Hank over to get in on the fighting. Alright, I think we're pretty clear there in that building. We're just going to have to get in there and figure out how to deal with the MG42 crew. So, Divya, hold fire. Boris, you do the same. We know they're still in that hedgerow just south of the building. Alright, smoke's clearing. So, I think... Yeah, I think we're going to use everybody and just drop all of our mortars on this. Try and get rid of the Pack 40. We definitely don't want to try and get a tank in there, and we already know that infantry advancing is going to have a hard time. Okay. They're already like, every single person in there is injured. One guy down there. If Tim can kill them, that'll be awesome, but we'll move Hank to the south to support. I think we just let these last mortars fall. Everybody's running out of ammo. Looks like we did get all of them. That's how you clear out the medium ATs. Alright, Tim got the kill. Let's move them down here. We can kind of end this just by taking the flag, but we know that there's still a couple of guys left. So if we could do a victory by destruction, I'd prefer it.
In position.
I'm wondering here if we do bring the tank too far down there, it might be a target. So I'm wondering if we let Hank sit back just a minute. And you guys, I don't know, run for the building.
In position.
Yep, we got contacts down there. Good idea not to move Hank yet. We have a couple of mortars, and that's it. Evan, hit that. Right there, maybe? Nope, it's like further over here somewhere. Right back there. Okay. I think Jill can keep creeping up just a little bit. You can see that one guy in there. We can't target them. Maybe there's two. The Bocage blocks the view too much, so maybe we can put some rounds through it. Oh, that was a decent one. Go ahead and come around there with Boris. Alright, Tim, move down here.
Redeployed.
Alright, Ted Rourke is finally out of mortar rounds. I think that was the end of our mortars.
In position.
Alright, Evan, creep south. Uh-oh. Tim took one. Alright, we got to get the tank down there to see past those trees.
In position.
Almost. Come on, right there. Send it. Good kill. We still have another team down there. No line of sight. Let's go down a little bit, and then we'll go over here and try and get a better angle. Is that guy standing there? Oh, he's still shooting. Why can't I target him? Like, he looks like he surrendered, but we just got shot from there. All right, Tim, move up. You know what? Full sprint. Take that next foxhole up ahead.
Position.
All right, we have limited ability to engage anything inside the bocage. So I think we're going to poke our heads down here. And we're going to have to start moving infantry down. Hank, cover this side. We definitely got a hit.
Redeployed.
And we do have one guy running there. No line of sight. All right. I'm thinking everybody starts hustling down here. They are pushing back away from us, so they're not ready for the fight. If we get down there, we might be able to clean up pretty quick.
Sir,
Let's
enemies
go.
offered a ceasefire.
I don't know, maybe right there on the corner. I'm kind of torn about bringing the mortar infantry in to do some cleanup duty. I'd rather not risk them, but we might need the manpower. Kind of just depends on what happens right here with Tim.
In position.
All right, Evan, crawl over that, hope for the best. Jill, you do the same. Let's see if there's anything that Art spots. Keep going, Art.
Cover!
Contact down here. They have pulled back. Put all of our shots on that. We still got crawlers over here.
Redeployed.
They're definitely still shooting there, but we're not getting hits. Jill's got to get, like, way around these trees. I don't know, crawl in there. Move up with the infantry. I mean, if they stand up to shoot, we should be able to pick them off. And let's get Hank over here as well, but let's stay away from the flag so we don't just capture it. I'd like to just wipe these guys out. That should totally count. That guy should be dead. Alright, no mortars, none. It looks like everybody is out of mortars, so not a big deal. But if we had a couple, I would have dropped them. Oh, there's one guy. Line of sight. Nope. What about Hank? No.
Sir, enemies offered a ceasefire.
Where are we going? There we go. Art Mullen. Oh, we lost sight again. No. Oh, it's even worse now for Evan. I don't know, move all the way in.
In position.
Hate to, like, get any of these tanks stuck right now at the end of this. That would be, like, probably the worst outcome. I don't think they're going to kill us, so, I mean, that would be the worst outcome. But losing the tanks because they get tracked would suck really bad. Let's push the infantry in. Oh, nope, we got him. And it was a total Allied victory. And we got the force destroyed, so that was the victory condition. We did lose 3 KIA, 8 wounded, but we killed 14, wounded 38, and took 5 prisoners. We also captured their gun. So that's a big trade. That's a nice win for us. So Hank has 9 kills. Jill has 4 kills. Boris has 1 kill. Evan has 8 kills. Divya has 2 kills. And then Justified, we have Raylan Givens with 1 kill. Winona Hawkins has none. Boyd Crowder has 2. Art Mullen has 1. Tim Gutterson has 1. Rachel Brooks has none. And Uncle Johnny has none. Then Chuck support, we have Daniel Shaw with 5 kills. Volkov with 1 kill. Ted Rourke with 1 kill. Rome Montgomery has 3 kills. Alex McHugh has 3 kills. Bryce Larkin has 2 kills. And Jill Roberts has 5 kills. And then their platoon leader, no kills. Also no kills. 2 kills. No kills. No kills. No kills. No kills. 1 kill. No kills. Not much for the Panzer Grenadier. MG42 did get 4 kills. Panzerjäger has none. And the medium AT has 4 kills. They actually did some work there with that AT considering its line of sight. That is another battle in the books. This one was a little bit more balanced, I felt like, in the way of, moving safely, but also managing my time better and trying to keep pressure on them. We didn't just leisurely crawl up everywhere. I do feel pretty good about it. And I'm going to need that because we know we have a Panther battle coming up very soon. I hope all of you enjoyed it as well. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to help me support the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.